Hi guys, today's video is going to be on the McFarlane Joker movie Live with Murray Franklin limited edition deluxe collector set. This collector set features a scene from the first Joker movie featuring Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro. The retail price is $249.99 and I did purchase this with my own money. For the record, I do not recommend buying this toy at its retail price. It is way overpriced. You could buy 2.5 waves of McFarlane Build-A-Figure sets or 8 collector's editions for this price. So now we all understand that the price officially puts it in fancy territory. The fact that we only get 2 figures in this limited edition deluxe collector's box, I'm expecting studio quality figures and likenesses, which in my opinion, we're not getting. These fancy limited collector's boxes had the cartons removed before they shipped. They should have left it on for an extra layer of protection, and they didn't, so mine came dented. For all of you fellow inbox collectors, y'all know we're going to have to consider this as damaged packaging on a $250 toy. This will instantly upset some people. Since I'm opening this one to show you guys, it doesn't hurt as bad, but it's still messed up. McFarlane clearly cares how packaging looks. He likes to make it look nice, but at the same time, he doesn't do enough to prevent it from getting damaged when they ship it to the consumer. Also, with this box, you'll see in the video as I'm handling it to show you guys, it does show fingerprints quite easily. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, we have the Joker with 2 alternate face plates, 2 sets of hands. Then we have the Robert De Niro Murphy Franklin figure. He comes with a mic. There's a notebook, the gun, and the Live with Murray Franklin mug. Then we have the 2 chairs, the plant, the desk, and the back wall to the display. Okay, so we'll start off with the chairs here. These would be like the standard like Barbie furniture for Barbie's dream home. I would say it's the same quality. These are nice to have for McFarlane's other 7-inch scale figures. You can probably use these in a display. They're not that bad. Then we have the fake plant, and this is like it feels like an aquarium plant. It even has a little like fake rock down there, so it might have been an aquarium plant they just glued in here. And a couple of my leaves are like broken. I'm not sure if they did it to make it look realistic or not, but yeah, it's just like a something you find in a betta fish bowl. The desk here, let me see if I can catch it, came with, you know, there's a big scratch there. It looks like the tie that was across the desk in the box chipped some of the paint. Let me see if I can get a close up. Yeah, right there. There's a weird mark. It looks like maybe a pen or a marker. There's an air bubble here and another pen mark. Then right here, yeah, there's a scratch here. And, you know, scratches here. There's scratches here. I mean, that's just probably minor. And it's all plastic. Then we have the wall that says Live with Murray Franklin. This is plastic. These little grooves here are what holds the floor. And I will show this in B-roll towards the end of the video. Here is the other half of the wall. When I was looking at this in the box, I originally thought this was a sticker, but it's not. If you turn it over, it's a cardboard piece, and it actually can slide out, I think, because it's just attached here and here. So, I wanted to mention, if you guys bought the 13th Hour Batman with the glider, you know that extra little background that they gave us, this one here, to use if you didn't want to use the back of the box. I think if you don't like this background, you can probably cut whatever part of the buildings you like and actually stick it in there if you wanted to personalize it and change it up a little bit. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. I might actually do that. Then we have the card here. This is a limited edition. Only 4,400 pieces were made of this collector's box. So the card, the character card that they give you, actually has the number here. So this would be 179 out of 4,400. So I have number 179 of this set. Then we have this little business card that says, "Forgive my laughter, I have a condition," more on the back. Then it talks about his medical condition there. This is laminated, like, you know, your eye prescriptions would be, like just real thin lamination. Then we have the Pogo's Comedy Club flyer. This is a piece of printer paper, and it's just printed out. It did come, you know, wrinkled and stuff, but yeah, it's just a piece of paper. Then we have this metal sign that's from the movie. Nothing special about it. I mean, I won't be using this. I'm not really a fan of the sign. Then we have the Joker's notebook, Arthur Fleck's notebook here. And I did go through while I was opening it and show you how many pages actually had writing on there. So it's not the whole entire notebook. It's like maybe the first 10 pages maybe. And then you have a blank notebook. It does have like this little copyright thing, Joker and all related characters and elements, DC and Warner Brothers Entertainment. Little thing on the back here. But it's supposed to be like the one from the movie. And then we have the floor, which is a piece of cardboard. It's also warped. So I'm not sure if I wanted to display the characters standing on there. I'm not sure how well they would be able to stand. Might be forced to only display them in the chairs. Then we have our Joker. This is what he looks like. His suit is movie accurate. And they did a decent job on the paint on his face. He painted his face. You know, he did all of he's his own personal makeup artist. So, I mean, that looks pretty decent. His hair has some good detail on it. This is a face plate, so I want to show you guys that there are gaps here at the hairline, which to me ruins the figure. There's not much of one here, but there's a huge one here. And we'll see if these are going to pop off. I'll also show you the other ones. His suit is one piece up here. It's not removable. With this collection, I would have loved to have seen soft goods suits, because I think that would just look so much better, especially because we're paying like $250 for these characters. I think that, you know, that would have been a nice little bonus. This is Captain Boomerang's jacket that I'm just putting on here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I just think it elevates the character. It elevates the figures, you know, for him and the De Niro figure. If they had the soft goods suits, that would be A+. I would be so happy with that. This is, I believe, a new body mold. I don't recall seeing any other figures that have this body. And these weird looking legs. Like they're very weirdly shaped. Can y'all see that? They have a 90-degree angle like right here, so it looks kind of square-ish. Yeah, his diaper looks like it's on backwards. Like, I'm not sure if y'all can see what I'm seeing, but his diaper looks very weird and big, and it sticks out almost like you know, those little belt purses that people wear like that in front of them. That's kind of like what it reminds me of. His shoes are really detailed. I really do like his shoes. Get an up close of that. Yeah, I'm a fan of these. I think they look great. So let's go ahead and let me show you his hands before I show you his face plates. He does have a set of trigger hands, which of course we know it's for that checking out scene where he uses his pew-pew in the movie. And then these are his fists. His hands have some nice detail on them. You can see like the veins and stuff and the wrinkles underneath. All right, so let's do his face plates real quick. That's what he looks like without anything on, without his makeup on. Then we have his serious face. This one doesn't have that bad of a gap. They even have Joaquin Phoenix's little lip scar, which I think is cool. And the last one is the one where his makeup is all kinds of messy. They also have his lip scar on this one too. So trying to be, I guess, as accurate as possible. And the gap isn't as bad on this one either. Now, with this collector set, because it's $250, I know I've mentioned that I hate these face plates because they're cheap and it's a cost-cutting measure for McFarlane. Paying $250 for this collector set, I am going to need some alternate heads. Like, I want three heads, one that comes on him and 2 alternate whole heads if I'm paying $250. The faceplate business is just not cutting it with me, especially when I'm being charged the price I'm being charged. I'll go ahead and show you his articulations. So his head goes down that far. His head goes up that far. Actually, it just really doesn't move hardly at all. That's it, because this hair is stopping it from moving. He can, you know, turn his head all the way around. He does have the double jointed elbows. And his jacket does not prevent his range of motion. He can turn at the waist, but this up here is fixed. Like I said, it feels like it's just one piece underneath the suit. Then his legs cannot do the full splits like most McFarlane figures, and I'm assuming it's because of the jacket. Yeah, I'm not able to get past his jacket, see? So he's not able to do that. He does have double jointed knees, and that's how far they can go back. He can kick that far forward, and again, because of the jacket, that's about as far back as he can go. His wrists are hindered a bit by the jacket, so he can't do that 90-degree bend because of the sleeve. His ankles are also hindered a bit from the pant leg, and he does have some toe articulation. Okay, moving on to Murray Franklin. He comes with his mug. This is cute. Then there's the microphone. And then these were on his side of the box, but this is the Joker's gun and the Joker's notebook. But they put it in his packaging. Okay, again, this suit looks nice. I'm digging the pattern. I'm digging the details. But again, a soft goods suit would have stepped up this figure way much more and would have just blown it out of the park for me. And like I said, I would be expecting that for a $250 price tag. Give me some soft goods suits, man. Come on. Some alternate heads, no face plates. You know, if I'm shelling out that kind of money, that's like the least you can do. So let's start off with his head here. He's got a nice head sculpt. I think it's a bit wider than Robert De Niro's, but I mean, you definitely know who you're looking at here. I mean, there's no question who you're looking at. It's got very good detail. Even the little like wrinkles and stuff in his face. His hair has really good detail as well. His suit, I love this print. His tie is molded on. His belt is molded to the top of his diaper here. And his shoes are just like a plain brown. We don't get anything fancy looking with his shoes. Now, I do want to mention that his body has been used before, a couple of times at least. This is the Two-Faced Artist series, and this is also the same body that's on the Dark Knight Two-Face. So You can see here, I mean, the ties are the same. The texture, even the texture on the shirts are the same, just different colors. The texture on the ties are the same. Even, let me lift up the jacket here so you can see even the belts are the same. Okay, for his articulations, he can look down that far, up that far. His hair kind of prevents him from being able to look up even further. His range of motion is good. His his jacket doesn't keep his arm from rotating. He has double jointed elbows. His wrists are able to do the 90-degree bend there. He does have some articulation up here, so up top he is able to twist 360, then at his waist 360. His leg can go back that far. It can kick up that far before it's hindered by the diaper a little bit. He cannot do the splits because his jacket prevents him from doing that. His knees are double jointed and can go back that far. And his ankle articulation is also hindered by the pant leg, as you can see. Yeah, it's just hardly any movement. And then he does have the toe articulation. So I'm sure you guys saw when I was doing the articulations, this little flash of red here. I'll give you guys a close-up look of that. You can see the paint is kind of crumbling there. So what it looks like happened is they glued his jacket to his shirt right here, and the jacket, the plastic part came unstuck and left the paint behind on the shirt. It looks like it also did the same thing on this side. So yeah, I would be careful messing with his jacket or torso or anything like that when you're posing him, just because that comes off very easily. There's also some texture on his suit here. I'll see if I can get the camera. Yeah, so you can see the texture here. It's on like his sleeve here, on his pants, even some on his legs down here. But when you get to this arm up here, it's totally smooth with no texture at all. So you can definitely tell when you look at it like this. See that? There's no texture on this arm. It's almost like they forgot to include it, but there's texture on this one. See? I was shooting some B-roll and I did notice something. His hands are actually painted this skin tone color, and that's gonna make it, they're also a very hard plastic, so even like me trying to bend his hand, I have to try really hard and it really hurts my finger to do that. So it's a very hard plastic and it's painted, which means you have to be very careful because putting things in and out of these hands and, just, whether it be his gun or even switching out the hands, you can scrape this paint off. And this, I was trying to put in his holding hand, and the paint actually came off of it. So what I had to end up doing was using one of his trigger hands, and these are painted too. Maybe you can, yeah, you can see right here. You can definitely tell that's painted. So what I had to do was use this to like barely hold it, but still it can scrape it and knock the paint off. So I just wanted to mention that to you guys. That's ridiculous. You have to be so gentle or you're gonna knock the paint off the hands and the accessories. It is not like his normal hands that the plastic is flesh colored. Yeah, you can definitely tell these are painted. And the more you put things in and out of them or have to bend them open to move them, the more scuffed up like this they're going to be looking. For a $250 limited edition collector's box that has 400 pieces, I should not be getting painted hands like this. I should be getting the flesh tone plastic hands like this. I could let this pass if it was like just on the fist, because you're not really going to be messing with these much. They're just on him. Or even if he had open hands, you're not messing with those. You're not putting things in and out of those. So I could have let it pass if it was just the fist, but he did it on the hands that that I would be using to put his notebook and gun in. This is just a fail for me, a major fail on a $250 toy. So guys, I just wanted to let you know about that so you can be aware that if you do end up purchasing this set, that you are extra careful when placing things in his hands. I hope this video helps anyone who is thinking about buying this. In my opinion, it's not worth it at all. I am truly disappointed with this release. What do you guys think about this set? Are any of you guys picking up the set? If you're thinking about purchasing it just for the diorama, I would say I still don't recommend it at this price. It's a very specific scene for a very specific situation. It's not like a building or a street diorama where you can display any figures with it that you want. And the floor is cardboard. And the accessories that you get with it just aren't up to par, in my opinion, for the price tag, for the $250 price tag. I'm not saying that this is a horrible product. I'm saying that this is horribly overpriced. If the set was selling for like $100, I would say definitely it would be a better buy. But the contents and the fancy box did not justify the $250 price tag. Just because it's a big box doesn't mean it should have a big price tag. In my opinion, McFarlane should have made this maybe an autograph series, especially because of the $250 price tag. But even with the autographs at $250, I still think it's high. So that's going to wrap up today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.